Oof. So, part 2. After we are reflecting the order, and then we reflect the format, yeah. Ke kukulu ana, ka ho'okumu ana, ka noho papa ana, yeah. To place everything in rank and file. Then we come to the pilina, the relationships, yeah. The relationships, the unions, the things that connect, yeah. Pili ike akua, pili no ika aina, pili ina kanaka. Because that's part of the pono. Pili i ke akua o ke akua no ka mua. Pili i ka aina o ka aina no ka helu e lua. We know that from the birth of the kalo. It came from the aina. It came from papa. It came from ho'oku kalani. And then pili ina kanaka because as mo'opuna o haloa, as kanaka maoli, as iwi hanau o ka aina, we are all joined together in this great mo'okuauhau. Everything is connected. So when we haku ina mele, after we ho'oponopono, then we ho'ohaku-haku, then we ho'okumu, then we ho'opili-pili ke kahi. We connect, like how they say, connect the dots. We make sure the connections are pololei. Pono no, make a pololei. Pili ka olelo i ke kuhi o kalima. In the hula, the language is connected to the kuhi of the lima. We are pili to Akua because we are the descendants, the mo'opuna of Akua. We come from that genealogy through Papa Hanamoku, Vakea, Ho'ohoku Kalani, a Kahanawana o Haloa ke Kalo, a me Haloa ke Kanaka. So we are of that mo'okuauhau. And we went puka from the Aina Hanau. That's why we the Iwi Hanau o ka Aina. We are Pilino no ka hanau ano o ka aina, a pilino me ka ai iho ano o ke kalo. He ai kupuna ke la, he ai no na kini lehulehu o ki ia au huli nei. So, reflecting haku mele, then these are the important things when we talk about the pono. Ai hea ka pono o ka mele. These are the things, yeah, these integral parts. Integral parts. If you aspire to be a hakumele, come and learn from Tutuman. E hio mau makahiki, i ka hana mau no o ke ia kule ana. Kana lima mau makahiki a oe. Kana lima tuba ma lima paha. Nui no ka hana. I loko o ko umanao, kana ono mau makahiki o ke ia hana ana. Ho o mau no ka hana i ku uwa kama iki me ku mau tutu. Imi no au me la ko ka iki o ke ia kule ana. Ka haku ana o na mele. Noho au ke kuli o ke ia kupuna ka mai lo i ka olelo o iho i o pilahi paki. Ka mai ka lawahi nei ka olelo ka vai i. Me ka i ke hohonu no o ka olelo. Noho au me la ko. Noho au ke kuli. I sat down by her knee. Pili ke kuli. I ka ho'olohe ana o kona olelo. I sat with these people to study the language. I say 50 years, but reality, I think it's like 60 or more years because I was a child. Yeah. Kamanawa o ko'u. Hele ana me ko'u kupuna wahine o iwa wahine ali i kanae. Hele au me iaia i kona ho'okipa ana o ki i mau mea kupuna. Kuka no la kou. E pili ana no kela mea ki ia mea. Ho'olohe wau i ka mo'olelo o la kou. Lo ano ka ike. Me kona ho ana me la kou. And they knew I was listening. And this is why during that time that they were discussing these very, very important things, that they did it in my presence. They did it right there in my presence so I could understand. And back then, yeah, I hear the mo'olelo, yeah, about, oh, you don't listen or don't ask questions or kuli kuli oi or things like that. Well, maybe for some people that was their experience. I respect, acknowledge, and honor, but that wasn't my experience. That wasn't my experience. Aole. I sat, I listened intently, and they observed. And when I had a question and I asked, they replied. That was my process. So if people had a different process, may kai. Mine's mahalo ke akua. Mahalo no ke akua. And that is because, and I know this now, of my keen interest in wanting to learn. And their their vision as they watched me, and they knew. Don't forget in the hakumele, kapono o ka hakumele, yeah. Reflect back always on aia no ya oi ka pauku I vaina aia ka po'o aia ka hiku. There's always needs to be a beginning, a middle section, and an ending. Remember the question, kaha'ina, kaha'ina, ka ho'omaka'ana, ka mo'o'olelo a me kaha'ina. Yeah? Ka ho'omaka'ana o ka mele, makahakuana, ka ho'omauana o ka haku'ona mele me ka mo'o'olelo. What story are you going to tell? And kaha'ina, okay. You complete, bring back to the surface again, ikaha'ina kapuana. Yeah, the topic of your mele. Everything, pili ke kahi e like pu me kalei. Yeah? It's born and then completion. Yeah? Kui I kalei, ho'okahi pua, e lua pua, e kolu pua, kanakolu mau pua, lava ku'ulei. Okay, then it's done. But each one of those flowers, elikepu mekahako ona mele, like your verses, has something to say. That you have to plan. Kaho hako hako ana. What you going to talk about? Example. You're going to talk about the poor melia, maikai. First verse, poor melia. But what do you want to say about the poor melia? The poor melia is nani no ika makakaike aku. Nani lua kohu ole. Okay, it's so beautiful, nothing to compare. Okay, your second verse. But you got a format now. Gotta follow a line. You cannot go here, there, and everywhere. Even the thought process has to be pono. So that when you haku ina mele and you kakauiho, then there is a format to it all. I always say, when you dance hula, do the third verse first, and then the last verse second, and then the first verse last. That's pono ole. Why? Because the person who wrote that song already formatted it. And when you take something out and you put something in, who gave you that kuleana? Those mele already had pono. And then you ain't go, mahaoi ka pono o kila mele. Now who gave you that authority to go change somebody's mele? It is what it is. That mele have life. That life was created by the haku o mele who wrote that mele. So then you're going to continue your story about the poor melia. So we introduce first verse. This is the story about the poor melia. Second verse, we talk about the beauty. Now maybe third verse. Alano ke ia pua ke honi. Mo wani maniwai ke ia ala pili ia u. It's so sweet and the wind brings that fragrance and it's so close to me, okay? Then we come into the fourth verse. What you like to say? Nui no kualoha no ke ia pua. No kanani a me ke ala. I love this flower because beautiful and fragrant. Fourth verse. Is your story pau? Ua pau ke la mo olelo? Kahakuana o ke la mele? Then we move to the ha'ina. In the ha'ina, we tell la puana. This is my song. Ha'ina ia mai. The ha'i, is important because, remember we talked about giving life to the mele, right? Okay. So once you ha'i, You cut, separate. The mele now has a life. You ready for the ha'i? If you're not ready for the ha'iana, don't cut. Continue. Some people, they're not ready for the ha'i, then they're going to puana. Why they going to puana? Puana. They're going to continue with the mele. Puana. You like ha'i? Ha'i. It's done. Oy, ano ka i'o no? Kahako ano ka mele? Na nakupuna no? Ike lang ike. That's how nakupuna taught me. So, now you receiving all the tools to haku your mele. Again, there's a format. There is a way. There is a beginning. There is the body of your mele. There is a tail, the ending of your mele. Is this song complete? Ha'i. Is this song, maybe you want to add something? Puana. Now, I cannot speak for other people and the way they do things. That's not my kuleana. But I can speak for the things I learned. I can speak for the things I was taught. I can teach. I can share. So, that's my puana. Because this song not power. I still get plenty verses. This song teaching you folks. You know? And so that's what you need to do when you sit, yeah, because again, I know there are inspiring songwriters in this class. And you all want to try, attempt, maikai. Be cautious. E akahele no kākou I ke kule ana haku mele. Akahele. Akahele me ka ikaika. Ka holomu ana I loko o ke ia kule ana haku mele. Learn good, learn well, and ho'opili ke la oana. Learn good, learn well, and follow very closely, carefully, the directions, yeah, the guide, the education that you have. So, you know, it's like this, yeah. So we just talked about the poor melia, and we talked about the poor melia in making the lei. And we talked about how we're going to write this song, which is a lei, haku mele, haku lei. And then we talked about the introduction, the first verse. What you're going to write about? You're going to write about the poor melia. Then the next thing we talked about is, we talked about the beauty. Oh, this flower is so beauty. Nui no na wai ho'olu e pili ano no ke la poor melia. So many colors. Yeah? Kala ke kahi sama pink, mele mele ke kahi, sama yellow, ke ke kahi, sama white. Fabulous. Then we talked about the next verse. Oh, alake pua. So strong the smell of some of the flowers. Okay. Then we talked about KΑKOU aloha nui no ke ia pua, how much we love this flower. Okay. Then we came to either we're going to ha'i or we're going to puana. Okay. My kai. But what kind lei we're going to weave? We weaving a vili lei. We're making a haku lei. We're making a kui lei. We're making a humu papa lei. And if we're going to make this lei, yeah, what kind of flower we're going to use? What kind of flower we're going to use? How are we going to choose these flowers? Nokanani? Noka for the beauty of the flower? Pelano. Pehela. Ame ka alano. Meka onauna no kapua. Because of the fragrance. Because, you know, like words are beautiful. Like flowers. Words, they emit fragrance just with the saying of those words because manakaleo, manakikahea. So are we going to choose those words? What about longevity? You know, if you're going to weave one flower out of ilima, you're going to make one lei, hakuana oe ke kahi lei me ka ilima, and then you're going to make one lei of ponimo'i. Which one will last longer? Could be the ponimo'i. So, what kind of flower you like put in your lei? Po ke ola mauloa, for longevity. Ke ola ano o napua me ka ikaika. They have strong longevity. Like with weaving the lei, you're going to choose, you're going to pick, you're going to look, you're going to study. And then you're going to take all of that. And then you're going to haku ikalei. Just like the haku mele, the pono of the mele. You will choose the beauty, you will choose the fragrance. Fragrance is appeal, yeah? Fragrance is the appeal. Oh my God. You get the appearance, the beauty, you get the appeal, the fragrance, and you get ke'olameka ikaika, you get the longevity of that flower. That's one part. Separate from how you could arrange the pattern. How you going to arrange all the flowers? Ikahakuana, because we're using haku because we said ho'o haku haku to format. So you're going to put the yellow one here, the red one there, the pink one there, the green one here, and then repeat the pattern. You're going to repeat the pattern? Okay, repeat the pattern. You're going to change the pattern of the flowers? Go ahead, change the pattern of the flowers. But at the end, what you want is success in the outcomes of your hana, of your kuleana. So, how you arrange the flowers, again, is going to be a great part of the appeal of that lei. Just like how you arrange your poetry, your music, and how you present, going to be one big part of that lei of words. And we're not pow yet. How pow yet? Now what about the length of the lei? Going to be lei a-i, just for the neck. Lei kau ika umauma, just this long. Lei kau po'ohivi, from shoulder to hip. Lei ku leva leva, the long one that sway when you dance. What kind of lei you going to make? Like the length of your poetry. You like them short? Make them short. Your kuleana. You like them long and flowing? Make them long and flowing. But how does that affect the outcome and the success of that lei and your lei? Haku, meka olelo, your poetry, your words. Because we cannot discount that part. Because remember now, we get the haku lei and the haku mele. Very, very close. They reflect one another. So every aspect of this is the same as this. Every aspect of this is the same as this. Pehala. Pehala. And then, we're not pao. We're not pao. Is this going to be a lei hano hano? Is this going to be a lei hie hie? Is this going to be a lei ho'o hei hei? Is this going to be a lei mai ole? Is this going to be a lei makamai? These are all qualities of lei, but they are qualities of haku mele, of poetry, leis of words. Is it going to be a lei that we exalt because of the words? Yeah? Is it going to be a lei ho'o hie hie, a noble, elegant, regal weaving of words? That depends on the haku mele and the ho'o haku hakuana. Pono pono noa, haku hakuana. And remember now, all of this touches everything, because everything is a reflection of Pono. No matter what we're going to do, there is order. Order to everything. Because remember when I talked about the Ho'oponopono, who controls, directs, leads, and moves the Ho'oponopono? the eldest member of the family. And why was that? Because they're the closest to the aumakua. So having an elder within that circle for this healing process means that you have a representative of your ancestors, your aumakua, in that meeting. And when you no more kupuna in a meeting, then you no more. You no more. It's not there. As simple as that. As simple as that. Vahi ina mono no kano ana. Veve ana ka manao. Manao kupuna ke ia. Nana kupuna no ka hoi ki mai ana o ke ia. I ke no e au. O lako. Oi hoi ha. Think about that, yeah. Think about that. Same way when you're learning to hakua mele. What you need, the guidance. Who can guide you? The kupuna. And why is that going to be a blessed pilina? Because then you honoring the pono. And what is the pono? If have to ho'oponopono, have to be kupuna. And why have to be kupuna? Let me restate. The closest to the aumakua. You're going to find the kupuna with the ike. Not every kupuna know and understand. Remember when we talked about kamalio kapona, keakua ha'iamio? God chooses those kupuna with this ike. God will choose them. And what is their kuleana? To teach. And it is real because they are real. Is it going to be a lei ho'o hei hei? Words. Words can attract. Words can bring people in. That's the mana. That's the authority of the words. Is it going to be a lei mai ole? One that lasts for a long time? That people will sing for ages and ages and ages? E Hawaii e ku'u one, hanau e ku'u home, kula ivine. Is it going to be a lei makamai, a precious lei, one that is highly prized and holds such great, great value? These are all reflections of Aia Kapono, o ka Mele. Aia Kapono o ka Mele. And there is much more. There is much, much more that can be reflected. Hele vai ano KΑKOU no ke kai hohonu, hele vai ano KAKOU no ke kai papau. Kaya KAKOU no ka lawai a ana. We're going to choose and pick now where we're going to do our fishing. We're going to ho'olohe no I ka olelo o tutu, ka ike no ea o lako, and maybe if we listened and we did things truthfully with Pono, maybe we would get ahead. Because are we ha'ole or are we Hawaii? Because get that way and get this way. And when we like do things without breath, the breath of our kupuna, haloa ke kalo, haloa nakalau kapalili, mai ka hanau, first the hapai, then the hanau, and then the hanai, and we push the ike no ea o na kupuna, the ones that are the closest to the aumakua. Is that really na no'o o ka Hawaii? That we do things that way? When we have aha aina, we have big aha aina, and all of you who know me, when you come to my aha aina, yeah, I'm the first to walk up the mic, and if it's my birthday, I'm gonna say my own pule. I like say my own pule. Yeah. The only other people going to say pule for me going to be my keiki. That's just part of the pono. And then when I pause my pule, I'm going to announce, Olo kupuna, you're either going to be served and you're going to eat first. Because I am a man of my words. I'm not going to go backwards. The kupuna, they're going to eat first. And in everything I do, when I had a healing center in Waimanalo, kupuna went guide the healing center. Auntie Malia Craver, Auntie Abby Mapeahi, Auntie Kavena Johnson. Till today, I'm like that when I do stuff. If there is a kupuna older than me that has ike no eo, I'm going to ho'olohe. I'm going to listen. But the greatest kupuna in all of this, the greatest kupuna in all of this, the key to everything that we are, and we say this all the time, but yet, do we believe it? Aya I ka olelo ke ola. Aya I ka olelo ka make. And if following the pono is a blessing, and we're not following the pono, are we contributing to our destruction? Fahi ina mono no no na food for thought. Food for thought. Again, Hakumele is a huge kuleana. Huge kuleana. Huge kuleana. Olelo mai o tutu, me kona ike no ea. Ina e hana oe, e hana me ka pono mai ka ho o maka ho o pau. He aloha e ka olelo, o ku tutu, ka olelo me ka oia I o. Ka olelo aloha nui. Hiha! Olelo mai o tutu, me kona ike no ea. Ina e hana oi, e hana me ka pono mai ka ho o maka aka ho o pau. He aloha e ka olelo, o ku tutu, ka olelo me ka oia I o, ka olelo, aloha nui. E malama oi I ke akua, e malama oi I ka aina, e malama kākou, ke kahi, e malama I ka pono o Hawaii. He aloha e ka olelo, o ku tutu, ka olelo me ka oia I o, ka olelo, aloha nui. Iha! E malama oi I ke akua, e malama oi I ka aina, e malama kākou, ke kahi, e malama ka pono Hawaii. E aloha e ka olelo o ku tutu, ka olelo me ka oia I o, ka olelo, aloha nui. Ka olelo, aloha nui. Ka olelo, aloha nui. Iha!